433,000 manufacturing jobs are sitting empty across this country right now.
Wow.
Not in 10 years, not projected, right now. And the one trade sitting dead center of that shortage is the one most guys have never even heard of.
Tell me!
I'm talking about CNC Machinists, the guys who cut, shape, and build every precision part that goes into fighter jets, medical implants, and the drones our government is spending billions on right now. 30 plus years in the blue collar work, union carpenter, project manager, UAW inspector, and I'm telling you, this trade is in a position right now that I've never seen in my entire career. Companies aren't posting jobs anymore, they're fighting over people, relocation packages, signing bonuses, climate-controlled shops. And if you're watching this right now thinking CNC machining is just some factory job, you're about to find out why that's the most expensive mistake you could make in 2026. Before we get into this, take a second real quick, guys, and hit that subscribe button and that notification bell for me. It's free to you, it helps the channel out, and I appreciate you being here. So let's get into it. First, let me set the stage for you. For the last 30 years, America shipped its manufacturing overseas. China, Vietnam, Mexico, we chased cheap labor and let our shops close down. And for a while, it worked. Parts were cheap, turnaround was fast. Nobody cared where it came from as long as it showed up on time. And then COVID hit. Supply chains fell apart overnight. Companies couldn't get parts. They couldn't get raw materials. Billion-dollar defense contracts were stalling out because a single machine component was stuck on some cargo ship in the Pacific somewhere. And that's when the US government said enough. Bring it home. Reshore. Build it here. And suddenly, every manufacturer in the country is scrambling to set up domestic production. I'm talking about aerospace, defense, medical devices, automotive, EV components, all of it. But there's one massive problem nobody planned for. You can bring the machines back, you can build the factories, but you can't build the people. And the people who run these machines, CNC machinists, are nowhere near enough to meet the demand right now. So check this out. This is where most people check out, and they shouldn't. The CNC machine market alone is projected to hit $129 billion by the end of this year. That's not some tiny niche. That's a global industry exploding in size. And the bottleneck isn't machines. It's not software. It's not factory space. The bottleneck is you. The human being who can actually program, set up, and run these machines. Here's what's actually happening on the ground. As of late 2025, U.S. manufacturing had 430,000 jobs open. Not total jobs, open jobs. Chairs sitting empty, machines sitting idle, and the trades getting hit the hardest? CNC machinists, maintenance techs, welders, the middle skill positions, the ones that actually keep a factory running. And it's not because the work dried up, it's the opposite. The old guard is retiring. The guy who built American manufacturing in the 80s and 90s, they're walking out the door right now retiring. And they're taking 30 years of knowledge right with them. I'm talking tribal knowledge, the stuff you can't Google. How to troubleshoot a spindle at 2 in the morning. How to hold tolerance on a part that's supposed to be impossible. That's disappearing. Meanwhile, for 20 years, every high school in America pushed college. They gutted shop classes, closed trade programs, told kids that working with your hands, that's just a backup plan. And now we're standing here with billions of dollars in reshoring contracts and not enough people to even fill them. I'll be honest with you guys, when I first started looking into CNC machining for this video, I thought I had a decent understanding of it. 30 years in the trades, right? But the deeper I got in the numbers, the more I realized even I was underestimating what's happening here. This isn't just a shortage, this is a structural failure, and it's creating the biggest opportunity window I've ever seen in blue-collar work in my entire lifetime. So let's pump the brakes for a second, because I know some of you are sitting there thinking, even what is a CNC machinist? A CNC machinist is the person who takes a block of raw metal, aluminum, steel, titanium, or whatever, and uses a computer-controlled machine to cut it into a precision part. We're talking tolerances tighter than a human hair. Parts that go into jet engines, surgical implants, missile guidance systems, drone components. This isn't your grandpa's machine shop. Modern CNC shops are climate controlled. They're high tech. You're reading blueprints, programming software, solving problems that most college or graduates couldn't even touch. You're part engineer, part artist, part problem solver, and you don't need a 4-year degree to do this, guys. And here's the part that'll make you rethink everything. There's a massive difference between a CNC operator and a CNC machinist. An operator loads the parts and pushes cycle start. That job, yeah, that's getting automated. But the machinist, the one who programs, sets up, and troubleshoots and optimizes, that person is more in demand because of automation. You're not competing with the robots. You're the one telling the robots what to do. Understand? All right, so let's get into what everybody really wants to know, the money. The national median for a CNC machinist right now is around $56,000 a year. I know what you're thinking. That doesn't sound like it's crushing it, JV. But hold up a second, because that number is widely misleading. The median includes every button pusher operator in the country, dragging the average down. So let me break it down by tier. Entry-level CNC operator, $40,000 to $49,000 a year. That's your starting point. You're learning, you're watching, you're building a foundation. Experienced machinists with setup skills, now you're at $56,000 to $70,000 a year. You're running machines on your own, reading prints, and holding tolerance. How about a CNC programmer? This is where it jumps. The median sits at almost $70,000, and the top 10% are clearing $99,000 plus. And then there's tier that nobody talks about. It's a multi-axis programmer. Aerospace machinists, guys working with exotic materials like insulin and titanium, medical device specialists. These guys are pushing well past $100,000, and overtime, shift premiums, and signing bonuses in today's market, you're looking at total comp packages that would make a lot of college graduates sick to their stomach. And this is before we even talk about the entrepreneurial path. A machinist who opens his own job shop, small outfits, they're doing about $180,000 a year in revenue on average. Established shops with a solid client list, $1 million plus. That's not fantasy. That's guys in a garage right now building businesses right here today. Now look, if you're watching this and you're thinking about making a career move, whether it's into CNC machining or any high-paying skill trade or even tech career, I want to put something on your radar. I partner with Course Careers because they do something most training programs don't. They actually connect with employers, real job placement, real career paths. It's not just a certificate that collects dust. If you're serious about leveling up, do me a favor, guys. Check out the free intro course. The link is in the description. I think you're going to love it. It costs you nothing to look, and it might change everything, because what I'm about to show you next is the part that really blew my mind when I was researching this video. So let me lay this out for you in a way that's going to change how you see this entire trade. Right now in 2026, the CNC hiring market isn't a job search, it's an auction, and the machinist is setting the price. Shops are offering relocation packages just to get experienced guys in the door. Shift premiums, signing bonuses, climate-controlled facilities. We're talking about paid certifications. These aren't perks for executives, these are perks for machinists, because shops right now, they literally cannot run without them, or any time for that matter. How about aerospace and defense? Hiring non-stop right now, guys. Lockheed Martin is actively posting CNC machinist positions across the country. Skydio, the autonomous drone company, just announced a $3.5 billion expansion to build a new factory. They need CNC machinists, they need precision assemblers, and they need quality engineers. 2,000 direct jobs, 3,000 supplier jobs, and that's just one company. How about medical devices? It's expanding. Every titanium hip implant, every surgical screw, and every precision component in an MRI machine, it's machined by a CNC operator. How about EV components? New tooling, new parts, new demand, and all of it requires that one person nobody trained enough of, the machinist. The U.S. needs 46,000 new CNC machinists every single year just to replace the ones retiring, not to grow, just to stay even. And training programs, they take 2 to 4 years to produce a competent machinist. The math doesn't work, which means if you get in now, you're walking into a market that's going to be starving for your skills for the next decade or more. And I want to be real with you for a second. I've covered a lot of trades on this channel: electricians, HVAC, plumbing, welding, and I believe in all of them. But the position CNC machinists are in right now, with reshoring, defense spending, and the retirement wave, and the training gap, all hitting at the same time, I've never seen a trade with this much leverage stacked in the worker's favor. Not one time in 30 years. So the question you should be asking right now is, how do I actually get into this? And that's the best part. You don't need a 4-year degree. You don't even need a 2-year degree if you play it right. And here are the paths for you guys. Path 1, trade school or community college. 6 to 18 months. You'll learn machine setup, blueprint reading, basic programming. This is the fastest classroom route. Path 2, registered apprentice. And I love this one because you get paid to learn. $18 to $32 an hour while you train. It's 2 to 4 years and you come out the other side as a fully qualified machinist with zero debt and real world experience. Path 3, direct entry. Some shops are so desperate right now, they'll hire you with zero experience and train you in-house. You start as an operator, you learn the floor, and you work your way up. 5 years ago, that door was closed. Right now, it's wide open. And here's something you can do tonight. Download Fusion 360, it's free, and start learning CAD and CAM software from your couch. Study blueprint reading on YouTube and get familiar with G-code basics. When you walk into that first interview, you can already talk the language. You just jumped ahead of 90% of other applicants that don't have experience. And one more thing, get your NIMS certification. That's National Institute for Metalworking Skills. It's not required everywhere, but it's recognized everywhere. It tells a shop owner you're serious. And in a market where shops are fighting over talent, being certified puts you at the front of that line. Now this is the part where I separate this video from every other CNC video on the internet. Your income in CNC machining is not tied to years, it's tied to skills. Every skill you stack unlocks a new pay tier. And most guys, they never figure this out because nobody tells them. So skill 1 is multi-axis programming. You go from 3-axis to 5-axis. Your value jumps overnight. 5-axis machinists are the hardest to find and the highest paid in almost every shop. Skill 2, exotic materials. If you can hold tolerance on Inkland, titanium, or Hastelloy, aerospace and medical companies will fight over you. Skill 3, CAD CAM proficiency. Master CAM, Fusion 360, SolidWorks CAM. The machinist that can program his own parts from a model, he's worth twice as much what a setup only guy is. Skill 4, GD&T, geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. If you can read and interpret a GD and a T-print, you just qualified yourself for aerospace, defense, and medical, the 3 highest paying sectors in CNC. Skill 5, troubleshooting and optimization. The guy who can diagnose which part is out of spec at 2 a.m. and fix it without scrapping a $50,000 billet, that's the guy who writes his own paycheck. Stack 3 or 4 of those skills together and you're not applying for jobs, jobs are applying for you. That's the position CNC machinists are in right now, and it's only getting stronger. So let me bring this full circle, guys. 433,000 manufacturing jobs are sitting empty right now. 2.1 million projected unfilled by 2030. The U.S. is reshoring production at a pace we've never seen in decades. Defense spending is through the roof. And the one trade at the center of all of it, CNC machining. They just simply cannot get enough people. And if you're a guy sitting there right now wondering, what is my next move? If you're tired of being in a trade where the work dries up every winter, if you're tired of being replaceable, this is the play. CNC machining in 2026 isn't just a good career, it's a position of power. And the guys who move on it now are going to be the ones writing their own ticket for the next 10 years or more. Now, if you want to know the exact steps to break into any high-paying blue-collar career, or you want to see which trades are paying the most right now and which ones are about to get left behind, check out the 2 videos I recommend on the end screen. I built those specifically for guys in your position. I'm JV Charles. Thanks for checking out the video, guys. I'll see you in the next one.